you'd be better served to wait.
That could really inhibit the process.
That dream home might show up tomorrow.
Chicken versus the egg. Give you some tips and tricks of how we can improve your credit score.
This is Zach Schell with Statewide Mortgage. Zach is here to help us really understand as we move from 2023 into 2024, what can we do today to help us lay the foundation, set the groundwork so that we can be best prepared when we open up our spring market, when we start into this 2024 season.
How often do you guys do these types of videos and where can I find them?
Like every single week. They're available on our YouTube channel. You should subscribe so that you're getting updates for everything that we put out there.
Gotta go hit that notification bell.
That's right. How can we start to be prepared now if we want to buy in 2024?
I try to be super goal-oriented in my conversations with my business. As soon as you think you're ready to buy a home, let's get that conversation started. There's not necessarily a perfect time, but there's a perfect time to start planning. That initial conversation is really going to be centered around your goals. You know, how much home are you thinking about buying? Where are you wanting your monthly payments to be? And then from there, you know, we can really start to talk about your income, pull credit if you're interested in pulling credit, and we can start to formulate an application. That's what's really going to let us know what you're pre-approved for. There's either two results. You're either, boom, already pre-approved for exactly what you want to be pre-approved for, or we know what benchmarks to set over the next 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, so that you can be prepared to be in the best position possible.
We as buyers can come to you at any point and figure out kind of where we stand now, how we could position ourselves a little better. Maybe we're great, stay consistent with where we're at, but you're also going to be able to identify and help us as buyers understand if you were to do this or not do this, that would put you in a better position to buy.
The only cost to talking to a lender is about 30 to 45 minutes of your time. And then if we pull your credit, it's a super small cost in terms of if your credit score points dip down just a little bit, but it's only a single hard inquiry. It's not really even a big impact. So from a monetary standpoint, talking to a lender is completely free. And that's why it's never a bad idea to get that conversation going. Much like you said, determining your income and your credit and what your debts are really the three main points of how we get you pre-approved. It allows us the opportunity to see how we can either maintain your credit if it's in a great position, or give you some tips and tricks of how we can improve your credit score. You know, maybe we need a little bit longer length of time on the job to be able to count more income to more qualify you. Maybe there's some debts that being paid off would really just skyrocket your pre-approval.
How far out should we at least give ourselves to start the conversation with you before we want to buy?
Your credit pull, if you will, is good for 90 days. If you're like ready to go see houses, let's get on the phone before you and your realtor are out seeing multiple houses. The last thing you want to do is walk into a home, say, yes, I want to put an offer on that house, and then reach out to your lender and be in a position where we can't necessarily pre-approve you within a very quick time frame. Sometimes we can. There's a lot of times where within an hour, boom, we have people pre-approved. But then there's other times where, you know, I find myself saying, hey, you're in a really great position. I need more information. And that more information could be getting some pay stubs. Maybe you're self-employed and we need to do a deeper dive into taxes. So really the only bad time per se to start the pre-approval process is after you found that like dream home or the one, because, you know, the hope is we can get it done in time and you guys can submit an offer and win the house. But what I'd hate to happen is you see this awesome home, you go to put an offer in, you're not pre-approved yet. And then by the time we get you pre-approved, it's already pending and under contract.
And the thing is, that dream home might show up tomorrow, you know, if you're starting to like, maybe this is something that we're going to do and you want to be prepared if the right home comes onto the market tomorrow. We have no control and no idea when something might pop up. I would say at a minimum, about a month before you think, you know, we're going to start doing this. Because like you said, you guys can turn it around in an hour. You can turn it around in a day. Sometimes, you know, those things happen and those circumstances come up from time to time, but we are all so much better prepared in the process. And I can serve you better as a realtor when we know ahead of time, this is where you feel comfortable. And then when that house does pop up, we're ready to go. Another question that I have for you is, does it make more sense to talk to you first or to talk to me first?
Chicken versus the egg. I love this conversation. You know, I think the great thing about the real estate world is we all develop such great partnerships. I don't personally think it matters which person you talk to first. I think it's just talking to somebody that you know that you trust as the buyer, and then understanding that that person, whether it's the realtor or the lender, is then going to put you with a trusted partner.
Sure.
So I don't really think that there's a importance of order.
I've always said the same thing. I feel the same way. My job is easier when they've already come and talked to you, and that's great. But at the same time, I welcome the opportunity to talk to somebody first and then help them identify a really trusted partner. Talk to me about some of the things that we want to inform our buyers now that they probably shouldn't do ahead of attempting to purchase a home in 2024.
If you think, hey, my lease is up for 6 months, I'll just talk to somebody in a month or 3 months. In that gap of time, that's where some of these things can come up. So employment's a big one. Potential change of employment can negatively impact your pre-approval. If you're just a salaried W-2 employee and you decide to start your own business, that could really inhibit the process. Maybe not, but most likely so. So changing of jobs, going from a salary position down to an hourly position, and then various things on your credit. Buying a car, while that might not pull your credit score down a ton, it could drastically impact how much home you're able to buy. And you still might be able to afford the home and the car. But if you go out and you introduce a $500 car payment, you're significantly reducing how much home you're going to be pre-approved for.
Sure.
So the biggest things come down to employment, also credit, opening new lines of credit most specifically.
If you're in a position to be able to wait to do those things until after you've bought your home, you'd be better served to wait.
Yeah, 100%. You definitely
if your car is hanging in there.
Yeah, exactly. If the car's hanging on, maybe your car is falling apart and you need a new one, but at the same time you're wanting to buy a house. Let's workshop that.
Yeah.
Let's see, okay, if we add, your goal is to buy an X $100,000 house with an X monthly payment, you have enough income that you could actually afford up to a $300 a month car payment or up to a $500 a month car payment and still qualify to buy the home that you want.
Which might inform the decision about what you then go shopping for.
Exactly. Then it allows you to weigh those options. Can I wait a little bit longer on this car and just make a more informed decision? Nothing's worse than, you just bought a car 6 months ago and here's what you're pre-approved for, but this is what you could have been pre-approved for.
Yeah. So. Oh, that would be a devastating blow. Even if you feel like you're well in advance of your purchase, even if it feels like it's too soon, it's a free conversation, it's a free dialogue to get you as well prepared so that you can achieve your goals in the year ahead. And ultimately, our goal is for you to have the best possible experience, find the home that best serves your needs, and have that all fit in within your financial landscape that makes sense for you. You can reach Zach directly in the comments. If you are interested in buying or selling real estate in Louisville or in Southern Indiana, we would love to help you find your perfect key. Email us at symphonyrealtygroup@gmail.com.